Hi everybody, Dan Illman here taking a look at Sunday's third race at Del Mar, the graduation stakes for 2-year-old Calbreds. Let's take a look at this field. We're going 5.5 furlongs, and it's an interesting group of horses. We have got 5 debut winners, a first-time starter, and a 3-time maiden, and all of these horses have shown a good amount of early speed. You may want to take the Timeform US Pace Projector with a few grains of salt. These are still 2-year-olds figuring out the game, but as of right now, the one Good With People, the 2 Jazz Hands, both gate-to-wire winners in their career debuts, they should be up close to the pace, given an alert break, but don't be surprised if one of these other horses shows improved early speed. They're still growing. The number 1 is Good With People, and Good With People really lived up to his win early pedigree. This dam has thrown nothing but fast and precocious horses, and Good With People, as we see from his debut win at Del Mar, is no exception. He went right to the front, extended on the turn for trainer Peter Miller, and he pours it on to win with a good 58 Beyer speed figure. Now he's down towards the inside. He's going to have to break sharply with other speeds in here, but this horse is quick out of there, and if he breaks well, I would expect him to be among the early leaders, if not outright on the lead. He's a horse worth following in these sprint races for Calbreds, and he's a horse you probably should consider in any sort of multiple race wagers. The 2 Jazz Hands is a little bit of an enigma. He was a debut winner at Los Alamitos, and we're going to watch that race. He was the longest shot on the board in a 4-horse field. He was bumped at the start. He showed good speed. He drifted out very badly on the turn. Mario Gutierrez had a whale of a time in getting him settled, but as you see, he does this all on his own, and he wins by 11 with a 57 Beyer speed figure. He did not beat a good field. The horse that finished last came back to win, but he did so at Wyoming Downs. Jazz Hands is going to be taking a big step up in class, but he should be a solid price for an underrated trainer in Edward Freeman. He just needs to learn how to handle that turn a little bit better. Jazz Hands, the 2, has some potential. He's still a little bit green. The 3 is Touchdown Brown, and what I like about Touchdown Brown is his professionalism. Let's watch his debut at Santa Anita, going 4.5 furlongs, and he sat just off of the early leaders. He's going to come with a late run, and he really pours it on in the stretch to win by 5. Best Beyer speed figure of this group with a 59, albeit by only a point or 2. But Touchdown Brown's versatility and the fact that he draws outside of the 2 pace setters puts him in very good stead in this race. Touchdown Brown, in some ways, is the horse to beat. The 4 is None Above the Law, and this is a son of Breeders' Cup Mile winner Caracanti, so it's a bit of a surprise that None Above the Law not only was ready to win going 5 furlongs first out, but that he did so well on the dirt. Let's watch his race. He is coming from way off the pace. And this race came back pretty solid. The 5th place horse winning a $50,000 state-bred maiden claimer with a 46 Beyer speed figure. None Above the Law only earned a 34 Beyer for this race, and it pales in comparison to the Beyers earned by Touchdown Brown, Good With People, Jazz Hands. But as I said in the open, these 2-year-olds can improve by leaps and bounds from race to race. He's in the right hands for trainer Peter Miller. The 5 is Positivity, and we'll go watch his career debut all the way back on May the 22nd. Positivity showed good early speed for a win early barn, and he puts this field to bed. And he has been training very quickly. Keep an eye out for the DRF clock report to get more details on these workouts. But just take a look at what Positivity has done in his last 2 drills. A 5 furlong bullet in a minute, and then a half out of the gate in 47 and change. Positivity is sitting on go, and he's probably going to show a good amount of speed in here. Whether he's ready to take on the likes of Good With People and Jazz Hands, that's a different story. But he's not too far off of them from a Beyer standpoint, and he's fresh and ready to go. The X factor in the race is the number 6 Scooby. Why? Because he's a first-time starter facing winners and facing experienced horses. He is bred speed on speed. Expect him to be fast. His sire, Fast Anna, was a fast horse, and he gets fast runners. He's 17% winners with 2-year-old debut runners. The dam was a 2-year-old stakes place dirt sprinter that won her career debut. This is the family of several fast and talented sprinters. Scooby shows some good works at Los Alamitos and Del Mar. It's nice to see Pratt take the mount for Jerry Hollendorfer. always taking a little bit of a risk, taking an inexperienced first-time starter against winners. Rantanen completes the field. Rantanen is a maiden that has already been beaten by Positivity, has already been beaten by Touchdown Brown, and draws outside of the other speeds. He's going to have to improve significantly if he's to win this race. It's a wide open field, and it's always a fun race when these 2-year-olds do battle at Del Mar. We take a look at my top selections. I'm curious to see if Jazz Hands has improved mentally from his career debut. He was very, very green. He was all over the place. But as you saw, it was not a good field, but he really dusted a bad field the way you want to see a horse dust a bad field, by open lengths with a solid Beyer speed figure. I think he's going to run well. Touchdown Brown, in some ways, is the horse to beat. He'll be running late. And Good With People, I expect a fast and speedy try from the rail. 2, 3, and 1 for me. In the graduation stakes, $100,000 at Del Mar on Sunday, with an approximate post time of 3 o'clock Pacific. Best of luck.